Let's play quietly.
Hey everybody, this is Brian here from Let's Play Quietly, and this is another weekly whisper. Today, I just wanted to talk about my first couple of hours with Horizon Zero Dawn on the PS4. This was a game that I've actually had on my shelf for a little while now, but it wasn't until I finished Resident Evil 7 that I dug it back out and really started to spend some time with it. And it's pretty amazing. It's like a fantasy version of Tomb Raider with a little bit more robust,
This is the wrong way.
I would say, like weapon crafting and a little more dynamic combat. So as you can see, my character Aloy, in this particular area, she is on a mission to hunt down one of these sort of techno-organic creatures that are mostly machine but resemble animals that we would know, and it's called a sawtooth, I believe. And this is kind of almost like a rite of passage for her, that she's going to have to confront this creature. And the creature that you see sneaking up on me right now is not one of those, but what you can see is that it looks like a horse. And it is. But it's a machine. And when those lights turn yellow, it means that they are in alert mode. When they turn like an orangish red, it means that they are in attack mode. And when they are blue, they're kind of just going about their business. So the horses can certainly hurt you, but they don't usually pose an immediate threat. So in this particular part of the game, I don't think I necessarily deal with them too much because I have a bigger task at hand. So one of the things that I wish was a little clearer is like what you can and can't climb. But that's a small complaint. Overall, I really like the way that the game moves. I think the controls are tight, and Aloy is very agile. She has sort of like a spinning dodge move that she can do that's really good. And, you know, she can run, swim. She can use like zip lines and stuff like that. I usually tend to play games like this from a very kind of stealthy standpoint. So, as you can see, I'm making my way to my objective and not really bothering to get into conflict with some of the other creatures that are in the area. And this particular scene is at night, but you'll see in a moment, well, in a few moments, that the world during the daytime is absolutely stunning. This game is from Guerrilla Games, who made the Killzone series, and they have really created like a very lush and absolutely beautiful world with Horizon. The faces, the just everything about the design of this game is like super, super beautiful. And it's a pretty interesting story too. So you're kind of like this outcast of your village who has grown up outside of the main group. And there is about to be a ceremony called the Proving, where you are going to take part in it, and if you do well, you'll be sort of accepted into the group. But this happens before this. This is your father figure in this game, who I think his name is Rost. He is trying to prepare you for what's to come, and so he's kind of taking you out here you see him there, to a encounter that is going to really challenge you, because it's harder than any of the creatures you've run up against so far. So you're sort of outside of the main village right now, and you can see that the damage that has been done by these machines out here is pretty devastating. Your main weapon, at least at this point in the game for me, is a bow. You also have a spear that you can use for melee attacks. You can see that's the creature that they're talking about. It's called a sawtooth. It's kind of like a saber-toothed tiger. And that's the creature that you have to fight, and he's not going to help you. So I have this other tool that's called I forget what it's called, but it's basically like a tether that you can set up tripwires with for the creatures that you are either hunting or that you have to fight. So basically what's happening now is this thing is kind of patrolling around down below, and I am thinking about how I can take him out without really having to get up close and personal. You can see his eyes are blue right now, which means he doesn't see me. Or he's not on alert. So I'm going to try to attach a tripwire to some of the rock formations and see if I can get him to come over to it. You can see right there. So there's one, and it's electrified, and what it does is it will stun them. And I think I have 3 of them, so I'm going to try and do that a couple more times. And you'll see in a minute that it doesn't go as smoothly or stealthily as I would like it to. But I think this is a good example of how the combat is more dynamic in this game. Like you can set traps, you can use a variety of different types of ammo. I have fire arrows. You can upgrade your weapons, you can upgrade your tools, that kind of stuff. And so each encounter, you can really sort of use the environment to create almost like an arena for yourself, because it's fairly open in like large sections of the game. I wouldn't necessarily say it's open world, but there are every new geographical area that you go into is big enough that it feels like it's open world. Like you're in a very large place and there's a lot of different things that you could be doing. You can pick up a ton of side quests. Here I take a shot at him and I piss him off, and I'm just hoping that he comes across one of these tripwires. I like games like this because I like playing from a stealthy standpoint. So there are RPG elements to this game as well, and I am using my skills when I upgrade them to become more stealthy and be able to do more sneak attacks or not make noise when I drop down. See, he hasn't crossed that tripwire yet. I'm just trying to get him to cross it. And there he goes, and it stuns him. So I'm taking pot shots at him now and trying to hit his weak spots so that he'll go down quicker. So he's on fire, and there's another tripwire, and I think he hits that in a second. So my tripwire scenario, I think I hit him with 2 out of 3. And I blew him up. Or at least blew up something on him, and then he ended up careening over, so I ended up taking him out. But you can see I just leveled up. You unlock more skills. It's a quest-based sort of storyline. And I sort of passed this test, and my father figure is trying to prepare me for this ritual thing that I have to go through the next day. But you can see it's just absolutely gorgeous. So in the few hours that I have spent with this game so far, I am absolutely loving it, and I'm kind of bummed that I waited this long to play it, because it's a game that I totally see myself, like, getting immersed in. You see now it's turning to daylight, and it's really super, super pretty. And just the faces are absolutely stunning. The hair, all the little details, like, really super well done. So it's a lot of fun. If you have a PS4, I would definitely recommend it. And I'm sure I'll talk about it more before I'm done. But that is going to do it for your weekly whisper for this week. So if you like this video, then please click like and subscribe to our YouTube page. And I will be back again soon with another weekly whisper, and probably some more Horizon Zero Dawn. Thanks for watching.